Hello and welcome to Feminine Success Secrets, the place women come to become powerfully feminine from the inside out. I'm Candice, Oneida. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 main blocks to women's sexuality and power. Esther Perel said that a woman's sexuality is the opposite to her social role. Now, we know that the social role is being broken down. That has a lot to do with what I'm training you here in this channel. But I'm going to give you these 3 things that I see that are the main obstructions to your powerful sexuality. What has happened for women today is they end up trying to be superwoman, and they get stuck in this whole cycle of perfectionism, being the perfect mother, the perfect employee, the perfect partner. But this is not exactly what I'm going to talk to you about today. In order to enjoy, to feel free, and to really experience pleasure, a woman has to learn to be able to let go. So the question becomes, what are the blocks to letting go? The first block to your sexuality is being the caretaker. Now, for a woman, what turns her on is to be the turn on. And to be the turn on, you need to make it about you and not them. This is the opposite of the caring for others conditioning that we have inside of ourselves as women. This conditioning basically says, take care of everyone and everything else first, then you get to get your thing. Now, what actually happens is we take care of everyone and everything else, and by the time it gets to us, we're exhausted, we're spent, not interested in sex or anything very much. Put me to sleep, wake me up in a year. To turn this around and to become the turn on, she has to put herself first. It has to become about her. It will seem selfish or self-centered at first, but this is what I call being self-full as a woman. Now, when a woman learns to become self-full, she gets plugged into her inner power source, which is her sexual energy. This then turns her on brightly so that she gets filled up. Plugged in, turned on, and then filled up. Now, the second main obstruction to a woman's sexuality is self-criticism. In order to put herself first, she has to like herself. She has to stop the critical voice that says things like, I'm not worthy, I'm not pretty, I'm not a supermodel. Damn, we are so freaking hard on ourselves as women. We're constantly trying to be superwoman, and this leads to perfectionism that is neither realistic nor compassionate to ourselves. We set goals like men that put more and more pressure on us. We try to be this superwoman, and we're slowly dying inside, killing ourselves, heading to burnout, losing our relationships, and it has to stop. I heard Esther Perel in an interview recently say, before you ask a woman if she will make love to a man, ask her if she will make love to herself. If she doesn't want to make love to herself, then she won't let anybody else either. Yes, this is about self-love at its core. And in order for that to be real, this self-love, it has to start with dropping the critical voices. And the third main obstruction to a woman's sexuality is getting stuck in man mode. We have been taught since we as women entered the workforce in the 1960s to behave, think, and act like men, especially during work hours. But what this results in, however, is that we've conflated our sense of value with this way of doing life and work. And it ends up spilling over into our relationships and subsequently our sexuality. Yeah, you can have sex like a man's sexuality, direct and fast, but this is not what female sexuality is about. It's way, way bigger and more powerful than when we imitate men or indeed imitate pornography. Now, when we learn to overcome these 3 things, the caretaker, the self-criticism, and the man mode way of thinking, we're then able to put ourselves first. We're able to be self-full. And this being selfful is what I call the starting point of true feminine power. When we love our bodies, our turn on, our juicy, powerful sexuality, then everybody wins. And the truth is, when you are really in your sexual power and sexual energy, then, trust me, you're going to blow the head off a man. You're going to blow him out of bed, blow him out of the water. But most importantly, you're going to blow yourself out of your own head. If you liked the video today, give me a thumbs up. I'd love you to comment below on which of the 3 main mistakes you find yourself stuck in and what you do to overcome that toward your own female sexual juicy emergence. Remember that when you have the courage to go out there and shine, you give others permission to do the same. So let's go out there and shine this week. Bye-bye for now.